Hey everyone, it's Ken from Whispering Souls. So, in the last little while, I've been on kind of a journey seeking or learning about animal totems, trying to connect or being able to bring back messages from past loved animals. And I'm using this kind of a forum to, broadcast or talk about what I've learned. And, use this as a, hey, let's discuss this. If somebody knows, more about this, then perhaps they can chime in and they can show us things that perhaps I'm not talking about or we didn't see. And it's kind of wanted to be like more of a community learning session. So this is why I'm creating these. I'm going to create these videos and discuss what I've learned. And hopefully, maybe we can gain knowledge from all of us. So, the first thing that what I did is the other day is I posted a question in my Facebook discussion group, and the question was, if you were given a chance to accept an Adam totem, and they only gave you two types, the eagle or the vulture, which one would you take? And I think most of the people in that answered were basically saying, well, we would take the eagle. And I can understand why. There's one person that took the vulture. And, the way we look at things in life is that when we make decisions, we often make decisions with people or things or animals based on reputation. We all know that vultures, take or eat all the rancid food. They wait till the other animals are full, then they come in and finish what is left. And I think to most people that's just disgusting, and feel that vultures are dirty and they don't want to get near them. But that's not true. They have a purpose in life. So do eagles, and I'm just going to discuss the two things here. The eagle and the vulture, and what one has and one doesn't have, and how they can benefit both of us. Now, the interesting thing, and I just noticed this as I was doing this, is that in our alphabet, the eagle is on the fifth one, and the vulture is on the fifth last one. So they both are on the number 5 in the alphabet. 5 at the beginning and 5 moving away from the end. Probably doesn't mean anything. I just kind of noticed that was kind of interesting. So let's discuss these. So now let's look at the eagle. So the eagle throughout life has always been about the divine spirits, healing, and but the creation of our society and whatnot. It is the connection to the spiritual world. And so most people want to be the eagle because of that kind of facet. But there's certain things about the eagle as well that teaches us, or perhaps, when we accept it as a totem, there are certain things that it teaches us or asks us to do. One of the things is, even though if a eagle mates forever, they still tend to be solitary. They don't hunt in a group. They don't get together and say, "Hey, how's your wife?" And one of the things they do is fly very high. They have very strong or very long, their eyes are very intent, and they can see things very high. They can see a mouse moving in underneath the grass, and they can come and get it. And their strength is probably one of the biggest claws that most birds have. And then, of course, it will finish its meal and will leave whatever's behind for other animals. But the lesson it teaches us, though, is that it's the when the atom to, when the animal totem from the earth, from the eagle, the first thing it wants us to do is look at us through what we see, and when we are in solutions which we have no solution for, sort into the sky and look down on a different perspective to see if you can find, the answer. It's like an eagle is up there and he's looking down and he can see that little spot in the grass, but if he's walking around the grass, he can't see it because his perception is just a very small area. So if we're in a situation that we don't know what to do, so it, in our minds, wherever you want to do it, take a different perspective. Go up in your mind and look downwards on it and say, hey, you know what? I can see something there, and I can see how to fix this. It's also a meditative thing. When you do meditations, look from different perspectives, not just your perspective. It also gives you the ability to meditate on a higher level, to see new visions, become the psychic or the medium. And once we focus on that, we get to learn new things and be able to be more aware of our abilities. And also, when it comes to stuff like perhaps work or whatnot, it teaches us how to see opportunities and snatch them instead of waiting and contemplating. So if you see that there's a job available, don't wait, just go and take it. Or, if there's a possibility of a promotion, ask for it, go for it. And again, teaching us how in our world of, communicating with people, it's really important that we learn how to, or when to move forward with certain things, with decisions, pause and think about things, and if it's really interesting or really want that, then dive, head first into that situation so that you get what you wish. That is what the eel teaches us. Now the vulture, like I said, is one of the creatures that is the most hated, or not hated, but people look at it as a disgusting creature. It's very much people just don't even think about it a lot because they think it's kind of disgusting to eat decayed food. But the thing is, though, the vulture is classified through history as a purifier. It gives purification by taking all the stuff that would give another animal illnesses or diseases. So it purifies the dead creature so that no other animal can get sick from it. It's also a connection to rebirth. So as much as as the eagle is much more towards the connection to the spiritual world, the vulture is all about rebirth and the passing of that person and cleansing that person for rebirth. So it's all about knowing that if there's a death that comes in, that we would need to come in and and purify that body. They can smell a dead body from up to 5 to 8 miles away. So, and the other thing too is that vultures deal in a community. They're not solo like an eagle is. If they see an opportunity, they will invite the whole community to share. So they're very aware that to finish a project they may need help, and they're not worried and they don't have a problem asking for help. Where I find the eagle is more about solving or feeding myself first and then letting the rest feed on what's left. So a lot of the totems or messages from them is if you see them, or if you accept them as your totem, expect for new things to come your way. Expect things that you're not looking for. Similar as them perhaps just sitting there and talking to each other, and all of a sudden they smell a corpse. So now it's something they were not expecting, and this is something that they talk about or indicate with. Where the eagle is all about spiritual connection and messages, the vulture is all about astrovision. It's all about seeing the colors that are around people and judging them and know which one is not good and what's not good. It's the knowledge of seeing things in the dark through the aura, so that it's not in the dark all the time, but you can see the auras, which shows you that something's there. The other thing it does is that it allows you to use your power efficiently. Vultures can stand in the air without moving. They don't need to move their arms. They lift up through what they're called is where air comes up and comes straight up, thermals, and they will fly on that thermal, which means they don't have to move their wings. They can sit there for hours and just watch. And this is kind of the ability that they're asking us to use is use your power efficiently. If you're sitting there and you're doing something, have the patience to wait on things until something's completed. You're baking. Well, don't open the door every 3 minutes to see if it's cooked. It's all about patience. The vulture is also about digestive systems. Vultures can eat virtually anything that's bad, spoiled, pretty much anything, and it has the digestive system to handle that stuff. Again, the message from the vulture for us when it comes to this is if we see the vulture, then check our digestive system, check what we are eating. We need to perhaps look at if we're having issues, what food is causing that issue. And also, check what's coming out as well to make sure that it doesn't identify that there's a problem. It's all about taking care of your own self and the purification of what you're eating, the purification to allow system to come through you without harming you. Anyway, it was a long one. So let me know in your comments what you think. And I guess, and I'll do another one as I learn them. Anyway, take care. Bye.